Today I brought you guys 10 things you probably missed in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I can thank all the sponsors that enabled me to make this video. The names are listed here. Thank you very much. Also thanks to everyone else who sent me stuff. Thanks a million. Now let's enjoy the 10 things you might have missed in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Within the body from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. On cam number 6, if you watch it really carefully, you can see on the left-hand side there is a broken animatronic. It's hidden in the dark and is mutilated to say the least, so it's pretty hard to spot. It only has one eye, some teeth, and a hand. I am pretty sure this is body because you can see the guitar there. Also, its eye is purple in color, same as body in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. This is probably one of the scraps the owner of Freddy's Fright acquired from the old pizzeria in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Marionette's mask. On cam number 8, there is a marionette mask hanging on the wall. The cameraman blocked part of the mask, but we can still see its eye sockets, the tear, and its cheek. It appears to be broken as well. Its jaw fractured. I don't see any torso attached to this mask either. I'm not sure if this is the real marionette or just a merchandise that's based on it. If this is the real one, then why is it here but not in Five Nights at Freddy's 1? Is it destroyed along with toy animatronics back then? Where did the owner of Freddy's Fright find it? The plot thickens. Paperplay Freddy. On rare occasions, Paperplay Freddy will appear on the wall of your office, and that completed the Paperplay collection because we have the Paperplay Man in the box of scraps, and sometimes the Paperplay Bonnie appear on the other side of the wall as well. All three Paperplay designs from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 reunite here. But what does it mean though? Who are these three Paperplay designs referring to? We have a lot of theories, but we don't have an official explanation. Skull in story minigames. After you beat every night, there will be a minigame for you. Shadow Freddy will ask you to follow him. But of course we won't because we want to see what happened if we don't. And we got to see a lot more things because of that. If you go to the left, you'll enter like a back room. Animatronic parts are scattered across the table. And among them, there is a skull. Whose skull is this? And why nobody noticed it? Maybe it means that the place in this minigame had already been abandoned. Missing Child. Besides story minigames, there are also Easter egg minigames. In the Golden Freddy minigame, there are 9 identical rooms with Springtrap and 3 kids. You have to navigate through the rooms to access the 10th room to save the kid. But if you jump up from the bottom right room, you can see the room above. There are only 2 kids. The kid in the middle is missing. But he's not the kid you rescue in this game, because that kid belongs to the Marionette minigame. You'll see him there after you saved him. So this mysterious missing kid is a different person, and maybe him too has some secrets we need to find out. Toy Springtrap poster. Springtrap is a mysterious animatronic. It's found but not made by the owners of Freddy's Fright, but we have no idea when it's made or which diner did it served. But the poster that occasionally shows up on cam number 10 may give us some insight. In this screenshot, regular Freddy poster is been replaced by another poster. The animatronic in this picture is golden color, and it has white eyes. That fits the description of Springtrap. Not only that, Springtrap is not broken in this poster, and the way it's drawn, it has a very cartoonish and shiny look. Those are the features of toy animatronics. It tells us that there is a toy version of Springtrap out there, and we have not found it yet. Hidden message in the newspaper. After you beat Nightmare Mode, you'll be shown a newspaper. In the center, there is an article telling you what happens to Freddy's Fright at the end. The rest of the newspaper is blurred, indicates it has nothing to do with the story. But they are not just some random words that exist solely to make the newspaper look more authentic. When you de-blur it, you can read it. These are heartfelt messages written by Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. He tells us the difficulties he once faced as a game developer and how Five Nights at Freddy's changed everything. It's really heartwarming. It lets us know the story behind a humble game developer. The message is quite long, so I'm not going to read it here. I'll leave a link in the description for you to go check it out. Springtrap in the newspaper. There is another secret hidden in the newspaper. Freddy's figurine is not the only thing in the photo. Springtrap is also in it. It's clearer after we brighten up the picture. But why is it there? If you get the true ending, you know that the killer is dead and the kids' souls are at rest at last. The story is pretty much wrapped up. Unless there are more to the story, and Springtrap being there is a hint. Multiple Springtraps. Sometimes when you're so focused to keep yourself alive in the game, avoiding Springtraps and hallucinations, you may be surprised to see that there are multiple Springtraps in the camera feed. There are two explanations for this. A. You're too scared you actually went insane. And B. Springtrap is actually able to be in multiple places at the same time. Scott Cawthon has confirmed on Steam that when there is a vent error, you can see multiple Springtraps due to hallucinations. Freddy's nose. This one you probably didn't miss, but I have to mention it here, because Freddy's nose still honks. Yay! This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you found... Hi everyone, this is Pretty Grumpy Bear. Today we're going to analyze the new Five Nights at Freddy's 4 trailer. I've summarized the trailer and I've listed everything we need to learn from it. Number 1, you are in a haunted house. Unlike the previous games in the franchise where we worked in a haunted pizzeria or horror attraction, this time we're not in any sort of business. We're at a house, not an abandoned house. This house is in good shape, and based on the sentence, what have you brought back? This house is very likely our own home. Number 2, the kids' bedroom is our main base. This time we have no office. The kids' bedroom is shown most in the trailer. At the end of the trailer, Bonnie pops up on the left-hand side door, suggests this is the place we have to stay in the 5 nights. Number 3, there is something behind us. For the first time, we can turn our head to see the back of our room. But this is not a good thing because now we have to beware of the animatronics sneaking up behind us, like these 3 tiny Freddys do. Number 4, you are a kid. I think our base being a kid's bedroom shows that we are the owner of this room. We are a kid, which means we are much more defenseless against animatronics. Even tiny-sized animatronics can hurt us, or worse, kill us. Number 5, stop plus trap at all costs. In this shot, we can see there is an X marked on the bottom of the screen and 49 on the top right-hand corner. This probably means there are still 49 seconds left before plus trap reaches the X. But what would happen after that? We can only assume it's something very, very terrible. Number 6, there is a power outage. On several occasions in the trailer, we switch on what appears to be a flashlight to see what happens around us. There are lights on the ceiling, lamps on the cabinets, but we didn't switch them on. I think they're not working. The animatronics or the spirits that possess them may have affected our electricity, leaving you with nothing but a flashlight to help save yourself. Number 7. The animatronics are afraid of light. This may be the reason why they disable your lights. They are scared of it. If you pay attention, you can see in the trailer, every time we shine a flashlight on the animatronics, they either flee or go back to where they should be. But there is an exception, of course. And of course, the exception is Foxy. He's always different, and that makes him cool. Number 8. You'll be in complete darkness most of the time. The flashlight is all you have in this game, but it runs on battery, and I assume the battery would run out at a certain point, so we have to conserve the power, which means we have to turn it off. But since there are no other light sources, we'll be surrounded in complete darkness, as shown in the trailer. That's one scary design. Good job, Scott. Number 9. The animatronics can run. We've seen Bonnie and Chica at the end of the corridor, and they moved swiftly after they saw you. Plus Trap and the Tiny Freddys all moved really fast as well. It used to be only Foxy can dash at you. This time it looks like everyone can jump you if you're not reacting fast enough. Number 10. No more phone calls. There is no telephone in the entire bedroom. No one can call us. Besides, there is probably no one left to have the knowledge to warn us about the animatronics. After all, We are at our own house. This time, we may have to figure out how to survive all by ourselves. So there you go, 10 things you need to know about the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 trailer. Hi everyone, this is Pretty Grumpy Bear. As we all know, Scott likes to put Easter eggs all over his games. While some of these Easter eggs are just for fun, a few others helps us to understand the truth behind the story. So I thought I'd go through all the Easter eggs one by one with you, see if what we may miss in the game. The first one is the bed behind us. There are actually 3 Easter eggs there. During the game, when you turn around, there is a chance there are items appear in the background. The first one is this vase. Just looking at it, we won't understand why there are suddenly flowers. We have to take into account the other 2 Easter eggs first. Besides flowers, there are also pills and IV bag next to the bed. All 3 of them suggest the owner of this room is a kid who needs medical attention. Maybe he's sick, or maybe, as Night 5 ending suggests, he's severely injured. The next Easter egg is in the minigame. After beating Night 2, we'll see the kid at the party. The instruction urges us to leave the room and run. However, if we left the room and come back immediately, we'll be able to see the purple man helping a staff get into the Springtrap suit. If we get closer, the purple man will close the door. This proved a long-suspected theory that the purple man is indeed a staff of the pizzeria. There's another Easter egg in the minigame that follows Night 3. If we get to the TV and wait for a while, it'll start to show a TV program named Fredbear and Friends. It shows the 4 main characters of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy on TV. But most importantly, it tells us the year this game is set in, 1983. It's a crucial piece of information because it tells us that whatever that incident that happened after Night 5 is, it is not the bite of 87. It is a completely different event happened way before Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The next Easter egg is very special. There are a lot of ambient sound effects in the game, but one of them sounds like a static noise, similar to the one Mango plays. But if we reverse the audio, we'll find out it's something we've heard before. The Night 1 phone call from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Although this Easter egg is interesting, but I don't think it hinted anything about the story because it would contradict the 1983 setting. There are other Easter eggs that are irrelevant to the story as well, but they are loads of fun, like the pictures hanging on the wall. Thanks to @Bonbon Carl pointed this out to me, these are likely the family photos of Scott Cawthon, him being with his kids and wife. It's nice that he put this kind of Easter egg to let us get a peek at what kind of a man the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's is. The last Easter egg is the one that appears in every Five Nights at Freddy's game. Freddy Fazbear's nose. It still honks. Alright, these are all the Easter eggs I know in the game, but maybe I missed some. So if you find another Easter egg, you can leave a comment below or tweet me to tell me. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it, favorite it, share it, and subscribe. That will help me so much. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!